as the nation gets ready for another fraudulent claim by the government that COVID-19 is on its way back, as more vaccines are being pushed on the American people, and even children over 6 months old, Fauci, Dr. Anthony Fauci, who I call Dr. Mengele, after Hitler's doctor who experimented on Jews, gypsies, and retarded people during World War II, killing many of them, is on the loose. He needs to be reined in. And that's why we prosecuted him. He was indicted before a citizens' grand jury. He was tried, and we expect a conviction in the next few days. We expect a conviction for negligent homicide at best. He undoubtedly sent the seeds of the SARS virus that resulted in COVID-19 to the communist Chinese Wuhan military bioweapons lab. It was released either accidentally or by design. It's thus far killed well in excess of 6 million people. I've said it before, more than the Nazis killed in World War II during the Holocaust. It's probably a figure closer to 10 million. He's protected by the establishment of both political parties. In terms of the Republicans, they just make noise. Senator Rand Paul, who correctly uncovered that Fauci lied in front of Congress, saying that he never authorized gain-of-function research, that is to experiment on the SARS virus. We know it was sent to that lab with about a $3 million grant during the Obama-Biden administration to do research. We know that Rand Paul knew when he sent a criminal referral to the Biden Justice Department, the Gestapo that it is, that nothing would happen. It's up to the American people to do something about it. If we get a conviction, and we're confident that we will in the next few days, and we'll be announcing that, I think we'll come out probably before Thursday, and we will do a podcast setting forth exactly what occurred, and we'll have the citizens judge on the line if he found a conviction. We will then sentence Fauci. We will ask for life imprisonment. The man should be peacefully and legally arrested by established law enforcement and put away for the rest of his miserable life. Both political parties, as I said, Rand Paul's referral meant nothing. It was just political, to gain campaign contributions or God knows what. But no action has been taken against him, as many people have died. Many people are suffering post-COVID. Many people have been harmed by these vaccines. The government, compromising the vaccine court, undercut the relief with regard to those who were harmed by the vaccines that we know now are dangerous and untested. They were an experiment. They, the government being what they are, was probably paid off, undoubtedly paid off by Big Pharma to reduce the amount of damage that could be recovered. And of course, Big Pharma had obtained exemptions on vaccines. They're not able to be sued over dangerous vaccines. The government agreed to pay compensation with your taxpayer money. But they knew that these vaccines were dangerous. The government knew that. And as usual, the government has lied to the American people, because it was to the benefit of the politicians to claim that I'm your savior. I'm going to save you. And then, of course, there were politicians who were naive in that regard. And I have to say, as much as I like President Trump, he was naive with regard to the vaccines. They were harmful. And I'm sure that he's regretting having promoted them the way he did. We don't even know if COVID-19 was all of the problem. Much of it was flu. It was a great boon financially for the pharmaceutical companies like Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, making trillions and trillions of dollars. And now they're coming out with third and fourth generation vaccines. How much of this stuff can you pump into yourselves before you wind up killing yourself? So that's a question that you have to ask. You know, going back several years and even months, you couldn't say what I'm saying now because you'd be shot down by the left. It likes government control. It wants to force drugs and other things into our system without our consent. But now you can say it because they've been proven to be dangerous for many, many people. And we don't know the long-term effects, even at this point. So go to freedomwatchusa.org. We're coming up with a solution to getting people trying to get people compensation for the harm that was done to them. We have to be creative legally to do it, as we are with everything else that we undertake. We, the American people, must protect ourselves, because the political hacks in Washington and the state capitals certainly won't. If you care, as I say always, over and over again, about yourselves, your loved ones, and future generations, you cannot sit here and continue to have the government lie to you to your detriment. So go to freedomwatchusa.org. Please contribute with tax-deductible contributions. Get my book, It Takes a Counter-Revolution, Wake Up America. That's my manifesto on how to save this country peacefully and legally. And remember, only the Father and Son can help us if we want to help ourselves. It is time to rise up before it's too late. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Until then, thank you for listening to me.